The defending champions suffer a defeat at the greatest show on earth for the first time since 2014. Tunisia, a bittersweet moment for them, but the Socceroos of Australia are through. All of this and more in Now Streaming Qatar. So we started out with 32 teams at the greatest show on earth. Now we're down to just 25. Denmark, disappointing. Denmark are eliminated. And alongside them, it's Tunisia, who secured their first win at a World Cup since 2018 when they defeated Panama. Shocking defending champions France by 1-0. The first time that France are losing a group stage game at the World Cup since 2010. The last World Cup loss, of course, was 2014, where they fell to Germany at the quarter-final stage. What will the French do in the round of 16? Well, only time will tell. And just to recap in terms of the teams that have made progress to the last 16, it's France, Brazil, Portugal, the Netherlands, Senegal, the USA, England, and Australia. Yes, Australia for the first time since 2006 are going to the last 16 of the World Cup. 16 years ago, and they're through to the last 16. Let me introduce you to the distinguished panel that we have for us this afternoon. To my far right, Dexter Labs is with us, and to my immediate right is Reggae Boys attacker Nicholas Hamilton. Kumi, all is well?
Yeah, man, all is well, man.
Thanks. Most things under control. Thanks for popping by. How is everything?
Everything's going fine. I'm glad to be here.
How are you enjoying the World Cup so far? You know, the excitement, the upsets and everything. How are you enjoying things?
I mean, so it's been a good World Cup. I hope for more excitement.
Yeah.
Hope for more excitement and I hope for more upsets, you know?
Yeah. And for you, what was your first World Cup memory growing up?
I mean, 2002, it was Ronaldinho's goal against England. Yeah.
Wow.
That was my first World Cup memory.
What a moment indeed. A great one. I mean, it's been a while since we had a chance to catch up. You know, in COVID, everything happened so fast.
Yeah.
And a lot of Jamaicans and fans across the world want to know the experience you had in Scotland. What was the experience like you had for spending on loan there at Dundee?
I mean, I have to say it was a bittersweet moment, you know, but it was good to be in Scotland. I didn't play much, but it was good to be around a lot of top players. I mean, Charlie Adam, Graham Dorrans, a guy that qualified with Australia today, Jason Cummins. So it was a good experience to be out of Jamaica and be in Europe.
Yeah, you got to catch up with Jason and congrats him. Tell him congrats.
I sent him a message earlier. No, but later he's going to reply and be like, Jason, that he always be a funny guy.
Yeah. And when Jason was at Dundee, did you see that quality that he is displaying now for Australia?
I mean, he's always been a quality player. I've saw him before that even when he was playing for Shrewsbury Town. He comes on and scored a double against Liverpool in a cup game. So he was a guy that is never really run much, but at the end of the day, if the score is 2-0, Jason Cummins scored 2.
Yeah. What about Charlie Adam? What was he like training with him, you know, having meals with him, going to the gym? What was the experience like with him?
I have to say unbelievable.
Yeah.
And when I just get in Scotland, that was the guy that used to pick me up every day and carry me to training.
Serious?
Yeah, he loved the Jamaican culture and everything like that. But as a player on the pitch, unbelievable. Like, I've never known that he was that good until I've seen him play for real.
Yeah. Yeah, you play some dancehall songs for him?
Yeah, I did. He likes the vibe. He's that type of player that he loves the Jamaican music. He always talk about coming here, and when he's gonna be here, he's gonna give me a shout. So hopefully.
Yeah. And I mean, you got an experience that not a lot of Jamaicans have, you know, playing in Europe and North America as well. Canada, what was the transition like for you as well?
Yeah, it was good, but there's not really much quality in the Canadian Premier League as what you would see in the Scottish Championship, but it was a very good experience also.
Yeah.
And in Canada, I played against Toronto FC. I played against guys that played for Canada in the World Cup, so it was good.
Yeah, and everybody who knows you from locally, from Holy Trinity Days and Cavalier, know your work ethic. You got to make your debut for the Reggae Boys. That experience now playing for your country at the highest level.
I mean, that has been the best moment of my life, you know, even better than signing in Scotland and all of those stuff.
Wow.
I always want to represent my country and I get the chance to do it, and I mean, it's unbelievable. I'd love to get more chances to do it. I mean, I would take that chance every day of the week.
Yeah. And that team you played, you know, Qatar, they have some members that were part of their World Cup squad as well. How does it feel that you play against people that you've seen on your TV that are at a World Cup, you're rubbing shoulders with them?
I I mean, that's a good experience also to be playing against guys that is playing at the biggest stage in the world right now. And I think we did good there. We were leading 1-0 until we conceded in the 79th minute. So I have to say, hats off to the coaches that was there in Qatar and also the players.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. Quite a journey it has been for you, Kumi. Next up.
Yes, sir.
French toast?
Yeah, man, them fully toast. Soft. French toast, soft. Hold on, I'll put this on. I want to talk to the French fans. There's a camera, which camera I must use? All right.
Yeah.
So, French fans, I'm just saying, like, be told for me. We take all like, I'm sure them broad, right? Listen to me now, man. When the soft like toast right now, the fries them saggy. What really go on a while ago? What go on, France? You know? Deschamps. You get a call. Come see no subby in Dembele. We see no subby in Griezmann. We see no subby in ours. Mbappe.
Rabiot.
Yeah, look at now, man.
Yeah.
All them things are going on, still don't win a match. Griezmann, we're going to do a dance and we're done, you know. We saw we do it. Yeah, man. But, yeah, man, well played Tunisia.
Yeah.
Like, we're here cheering for them guys. No should I in the studio. We need a cheer for Tunisia because we want them, you know, win the match. You know, we don't know if they would have gone through, but, you know, we're glad they could have gotten a result from France. But France, you know, look good.
When it shows that you can make 9 changes and still, as well,
Still.
the depth.
Yeah, the depth is there, you know, but I would have thought that with everything, the changes that they would have made would have still allowed them to look good. But I think Tunisia, them see the changes and they're like, yeah, man, I feel with chances. Our chances to try to take a victory from them, and they did. So, big up on yourself, Tunisia. Yeah, man, well done.
Yeah. And remember as well, Dexter, you know, Joel was here earlier talking about Australia as well, and Aussies are.
Yes,
Yeah.
all right, listen now.
Yeah.
So, as I said earlier, regular coach say one top, head it, you know. Just head it.
Yeah.
4-4-2. I have to switch up the prediction quick when we see the 4-4-2, you know. 4-4-2 formation win the match, people. And I understand that. That means, well, we're not going to go down the road there still. Because we could have said if the regular boys didn't maintain, but we're not going to go down the road there. But listen to me. Big win for Australia today. Australia, big up on yourself. Aussie. Oi. I don't know how it goes still. But yeah, big up on yourself. Good win. Looking forward to see you guys exiting the round of 16 though. Yeah. Because I'm not going to further than answer.
Kumi, who is your side international? Of course, you represent Jamaica, but growing up, was there an international side that you always followed?
I mean, I have to say, as I said, my first World Cup memory was Brazil.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho goal, so I'm a Brazil fan.
Okay. Would you say that was the player you looked up to the most growing up?
Yeah, Ronaldinho was always my player. Still my player though, he's just
Still?
not playing. Yeah.
Okay. And which, you know, former reggae boy you looked up to in that time frame as well?
So that's a tough, but
Yeah.
I've always grew up. I grew up in South, so
Mhm.
for me, like the player that play for reggae boys for some games, like Kevin Bryan,
Yeah,
used to play for Above You, but otherwise from that, when I moved to Mountain View, just always about Walter Boyd.
Yeah, man.
So
Pearl.
I mean, me and Walter Boyd, like we sit and have lunch and all of those stuff almost every time. So
Nice.
the relationship that I have between me and him is very good. So I mean, he's the player that I really looked up to as a reggae boy.
Yeah. It was the same for you, Dexter, growing up?
In terms of
Reggae boy. that
reggae
you
boys,
looked to,
you know, some always like Onandelo.
yeah.
I love Onandelo, man. I just love like just in presence,
Right.
you know. And then, but I never grew up being very tall still, but big and tall, you know.
Right.
It's somebody who command the attention, you know. And I just love that he could have shot the ball from anywhere, literally. So, you know, big up for that, Anandi. Yeah, man, you're really on my ball. That's great enough.
Yeah, and just a reminder, folks, you can also let us know your thoughts in the comments or any questions you might have for Kumi or for Dexter as well. You know, let us know your thoughts as well. I'm going to take one of the comments. Joel Lee, you saw her earlier saying, yeah, man, that's the 4-4-2, getting the business done. and we're definitely seeing
Big up,
that,
Joel. Come
we're
on.
seeing that trajectory for sure. And just a reminder for those that are just tuning in as well, the first time that France are losing at a World Cup since 2014, and the first time they're losing in the group stages since 2010. They still qualify at the top, but certainly there will be some cause for concerns heading into the knockout stages. Denmark, they're out of the group stages of the World Cup for the first time since 2014. And Australia, as mentioned earlier, in the last 16 for the first time in 16 years. That's 2006, the last time they're at that stage, with the likes of Tim Cahill, Harry Kewell, and many, many others in that era, Mark Schwarzer and others. So we have some compelling, you could say, matches ahead. We know the Netherlands will face the United States in the round of 16. England will face Senegal. And after the two matches that we're about to look at right now play today, we'll know who the French will play and who the Australians will play. and really, really looking forward to these matches in particular. I mean, Kumi, before we kick things off with these matches, is there one team or two teams that has stood out the most to you so far in this tournament?
I mean, England has been good.
Mm-hmm.
They has been good. Like, I also have to say, the lose today, but France was decent.
Right.
Also, but I'm a Brazil fan, so I'm gonna always go with Brazil.
Well, come over say if you're not say Brazil.
I'm
I'm waiting for the Brazil.
I was wondering. Yeah. And Dexter, same for you, 2 or 3 sides that...
Yeah, man, definitely. England look good.
Mm-hmm.
I did say that from the initial phases that England look good. Who else look good to me? Yeah, the French look good apart from today. With them, those are poor display, France. French people still upon that was a very poor display today. As the defending champion, I never look good, never like it. But yeah, I think England looks really good right now. Going through. Yeah, I'm up on the England train right now. I don't think they're gonna win because I don't want them win.
What?
But yeah, I don't want England win. England on my side. England on my side. Which time, man? England is not my team. Portugal, maybe still want Portugal go through and get to the final. It's gonna be difficult, but I hold on to my side. I'm not a wagonist. Not going to switch at all.
All right, and certainly you could say 40% of Jamaica right now will be glued and making sure they take their lunchtime at 2 o'clock as Argentina gets set to face Poland. We know how it goes. Jamaica is 60-40, 60% Brazil and 40% Argentina, you know. So it's been that kind of journey, you know. So we'll see how everything goes. You know, Kumi, we spoke earlier about, you know, Messi coming to the fore and everything like that. Your thoughts about him generally? A lot of people have had different views, split down the middle about their opinions about Ballon d'Ors, what he's doing, what he's done for his country. Just generally your thoughts about him as a player.
Unbelievable player. But I just don't think he should have won 7 Ballon d'Ors. Sorry.
7? Okay.
That's not
Yeah,
he won
yeah,
7, right?
right.
I don't think
Yeah.
he deserved it. I think he should have only won 5, to be honest.
So
The COVID year, I think that should be Lewandowski's. And 2010, he could have easily be Wesley Sneijder because he won the Champions League. He went to the final in the World Cup.
right.
And if you want to give Messi, I mean, Iniesta, if you want to say what he does for Barcelona, Iniesta and Xavi done the same and they won the World Cup.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't give him that Ballon d'Or either, but unbelievable player.
Interesting. Dexter, you've come across those persons on the island as well that Messi is the greatest thing since sliced bread sort of mentality?
Yeah. You'll find those people. I'm saying on my ball. So, Messi fans, bear with me, please. Messi is not my baller, but you can't deny the greatness of the baller.
Yeah.
You know, he's very good. He have a lot of gravity. He attract a lot of attention on the field. He's very skilled. They cannot deny that. But we know where we're going today at all. We're going with the goat. Today's going to be interesting. You know, we're ready for that match. You know, we're ready for this match. Although I think the Saudi Arabia match is going to be the match of the day, but I'm ready for this match.
Yeah, just to take a couple more comments, Joelie's Champions Curse. As you guys know, in previous editions of the tournament, you know, teams have dropped out of the first round stage. France progressed, but, you know, losing in the group stage, so we'll see what happens at the next stage. Andrew Johnson says, congratulations to Australia and France for making it through to the knockout stages. Let's see who follows after the next set of games today. Yes, quite a compelling case. Before we get some more reactions from our panel, just to let you guys know the lineup for the Argentine team that will take the field today. So Otamendi and Romero will be at central half, you know, with Martinez in net, Acuna at left back, Molina at right back, De Paul and Fernandez just in front of the back four, and a front three you would have of McAllister, we know Brighton and Hove Albion, Lionel Messi, Di Maria behind the number 9, that's Alvarez. So that's the lineup from the Argentine perspective. On Poland's side of things, they're going with a bit of experience as well. They're going all guns, you know, Wojciech Szczesny, who has kept back-to-back clean sheets at the World Cup. He continues with his spot between the sticks as well. Lewandowski, looking for goal number 78 today for his country as well, so he's there as well. The likes of Bilic, he maintains his position in midfield as well. Matty Cash, Leon Bailey's teammates from his time at Aston Villa, he also maintains that position there as well. Zielinski, who's always proven to be a solid force in that Polish outfit, he's in the 11 as well. So quite an interesting case out. So next, generally speaking, your thoughts heading into this encounter. It's a match and a group where all teams still have a chance. Even Mexico with 1 point at the foot.
You see, this is what I enjoy about the World Cup. I enjoy this about the World Cup. The fact that you have a lot of teams who are vying for their position in the next round, but then you have a group like this that comes down to the wire. And any team in this group can definitely go through, depending on how they play. So these matches that are going to be played are going to be so interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to see what will happen going forward. I realized something. Poland are in a 4-4-2. Poland are in a 4-4-2. Listen to me now, man. Today is the day of 4-4-2s, people. What does this mean?
Trouble.
Yeah, man, it's tell us something. I top alone missing on the sideline right now. Them two matches have gone so far. Australia match, I know Poland match. So let's see what will happen. It's going to be a very interesting matchup in this group. I'm looking forward to it. I'm expecting that there's going to be war in all of these matches, especially that Saudi Arabia Mexico match. I keep saying it. That match is going to be hot. Like I expect the Argentina match to be good, yes, but it might be a little bit more cagey than the Saudi Arabia Mexico match, because I think that Saudi Arabia Mexico, they are not like the expected ones to come out, but they have a lot more. They have a lot less to lose in my books. So I feel like the fights are gonna come in that game there.
And Kumi, have family or friends that are Argentine fans close to you?
Yeah.
How are they feeling and everything going to this game?
I have cousins and friends at Argentina, but my girlfriend is also Argentina supporter.
Yeah.
I know she's going to be cussing after I say this, but I really want Argentina to lose today, or even draw, but I don't want them to go through today.
Wow.
Rough on the goat.
Not the goat for me. Cristiano Ronaldo is the goat. That's all I have to say. But I mean, Argentina, as Simon said, the lineup earlier, it's very good. It's a very good team. But Poland is also a very strong team. So I would just want Saudi Arabia to win their game and Poland, Argentina to draw.
Kumi, did you get to see that game, the Argentina-Jamaica game, that friendly? You were able to watch that match?
Yeah, I did watch that game, and I think Jamaica did very well. I mean, this Argentina team that they have as a favorite, it's the same team that play against Jamaica, and that was the first game in our new coach era. Yeah. So I mean, we conceded a free kick. Lionel Messi scored a free kick, and he scored the next goal. That I think if the players had closed him down, he wouldn't have get off that shot. So I don't think Argentina really did anything against us. So I can't have them as a favorite to win the World Cup. No.
All right. And the first game that they played, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, you were able to catch a bit of that as well?
Yeah, I wake up at 5 a.m. to watch Argentina. I can't believe I really did, but you can see they scored and they were leading, but they scored goals that was offside. But I mean, you can see the quality. They have good players, but they're just not playing as a team. That's all I can say, and I think it's gonna be the same today. I can see them exiting the World Cup at the group stage.
But man, I walk on the road, I go, man. Argentina, Brazilian fan, are serious.
I'm a Brazil fan, so there's no way we can say more Argentina win nothing. No.
Yeah, just to take some of the comments before we continue our discussion, Joe Lee says, realistically, can see a France-Argentina round of 16. That would be interesting. That's what happened 4 years ago as well, and we know what happened.
Yeah.
The French went through. So. And Tamara Exquisite says, the gods will be with Argentina today.
I mean, that's my girlfriend, so yeah. Of course I'm going to say Argentina.
Oh my God, that is funny.
You have anything you want to say to her?
Sorry, but Argentina is going on.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, now switch.
No. She'll forgive you after the 90 minutes.
I don't think she'll love Messi more than me, for sure.
Wow. Very, very interesting there. And I mean, Kumi, like you said, you're going back to the Brazil fan. Your thoughts about how they're doing so far in the tournament, Brazil, after 2 matches, seeing them?
I mean, 2 games, 6 points. Good. But I just think that we can score more goals. I mean, we've been very solid at the back. Very good in midfield, like Casemiro, brilliant so far. We have very good attacking players, so I just need us to be scoring more goals.
And you support Man United Club Rise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your thoughts about Fred being in that midfield with Casemiro as well?
I mean, it's a good partnership.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're getting that at Brazil, of course, we'd like to see it in Man United with the same quality.
Yeah.
With the same quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's good that they have Manchester United players actually playing for Brazil and starting, because Brazil is a very good team.
Right.
Yeah,
And the new signing Anthony as well. Your thoughts about him in the mix?
very good player. I mean, in this Brazil team, I think what the coach really wants is like a guy that's going to be more aggressive, and that's what you get in Rafinha. Like, he's so direct, he's going to try to go and play, but also how he recovers and defend very well. So I see Rafinha get the edge over him. I can't say anything wrong, but he's a quality player.
Quality player.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kumi's team plays on Friday their last group stage game against Cameroon. So we'll see, the sort of reaction that will happen. Brazil top the group, will come second. So we'll definitely see how everything goes where that is concerned. Just to slightly head over to the Mexican side of things, they're going with that 4-2-3-1 sort of formation. Ochoa, he maintains his position within net. Hector Moreno and Montes at central defense. Sanchez at right back. Gallardo at left back. Chavez and Edson Alvarez in central midfield. In front of them, Vega, Pineda and Lozano. And Martin up top for the Mexican outfit. So, next, let me go back to you. They brought Jimenez. We know his concerns, from his times in the Premier League. The Mexican team have a chance?
To be honest, I think the Saudis, I think they're a more disciplined team based on how I see them playing the other day. Right? They seem to stick with their game plan very well. And, I didn't want to go through still, I'm going to be honest, right? Especially as a Jamaican. We're not with the Mexican then. Because them fight every time. It's a war between me and Mexico, right? So as a Jamaican, Mexico, we know in that CONCACAF and all of that. No, we do not want to see them go through. All right? We want to see the Saudi Arabia. Like, we can't flag a Saudi Arabia still, but like, none of us are going to go there, right? But we do not want to see you go through Mexico. Sorry. We do not come from Mexican fans. I don't know if any have in Jamaica. But, I think Saudi Arabia has more discipline. Especially, listen, to maintain a high line and have the discipline to be able to run an offside trap consistently. And you're keeping guys out. Especially, I say like Argentina, the way they played against Argentina, I think they have enough discipline to beat Mexico. I'm not sure, based on what I've seen from Mexico so far, that they have discipline enough or enough from a striking perspective to be able to break down the Saudi Arabians. I saw some behind the scenes stuff of the coach talking to the players at halftime.
Right.
And I said, if I want a picture of Messi, you wait till after the match, what are you doing? Oh, do focus on the game.
Yeah.
Focus on the game and get the job done when you're supposed to get done. And I think with a coach like that, with a mindset like that, obviously that he instills in them discipline.
Right.
Discipline to get the job done. Knowing that, well, is it all of them that play in Saudi Arabia?
Yes.
Like, none of them play overseas. These guys are homegrown, homebred. A good side based on the fact that they have played together for a long time. They have the discipline. I don't think Mexico has enough to pass them. But this is FIFA World Cup 2022, people. Anything is possible. That should be the motto for this World Cup. Anything is possible. So, we will see. But I definitely want Saudi Arabia to go through.
All right. I mean, Kumi, we're speaking earlier about, Dexter was talking about teams playing together and everything. You had that experience where in Scotland, you train together, you eat lunch together, you gym together. How did that help, building that team chemistry? Because it's different locally where you might just train in the evening together, but these guys train morning and evening and everything like that.
I mean, it's really good for players and it's really good for teams. Like in Scotland, we'd be training at 10? I have to report by 8. So everyone have to come there for breakfast. Everyone have to be there for gym before we go to train. Coaches meeting, and then we don't leave until probably 3 in the evening, because after training on the pitch, we have to go to the gym again and work. So we spend the whole day together as a team, and I mean that is really good for teams. Like, to build a chemistry and all of those stuff. Remember, we have guys that come from different places all over the world, speak different languages and stuff. So we have to bring everyone together. We have a translator there that translate and speak to everyone. So it was really good. I mean, that's really good for teams.
And how you manage with the accent?
Scottish accent was so hard to understand. Even the coach speak, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy from England,
Yeah.
but he's a black guy. His dad is Jamaican also.
Right,
he,
right,
he
right.
used to like tell me what he's saying and
Malachi.
stuff like that. No,
Oh,
this
somebody.
guy was Alex Jakubiak.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he
Right.
was a Watford player also.
Yeah.
So he used to like tell me what the coach is saying. I'm like, oh, okay. Especially for guys like the coach was from Glasgow.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
their accent is so
Thick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so hard to understand.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what bring players together and a team together. And I mean, you can see we end up get promoted to the Premier League that year. So it was good.
Yeah. You still get to keep in touch with a couple of the lads that are still there?
Yeah, I speak to most of the guys. As I said, me and Alex and
Yeah, yeah.
Malachi,
Yeah.
we were good friends. We speak every day. Declan, Midday, also. I think the guy that qualified for Australia today, Jason Cummins, we speak, and also Charlie Adam. Yeah.
Nice. And did you get a chance? I know it was a COVID year, but you get a chance to go see the Celtics and the Rangers. And so
Yeah, I
on?
mean, I've got to those stadiums and the training facility. We play bounce games and stuff like that, and it was really good. I saw some of the best players. I saw Steven Gerrard and those Jermaine Defoe. I played against them in the bounce game.
Yeah.
Remember when me had that conversation where I'd be like, oh, a couple years ago, I'd be like, oh, Cameron is going to get his passport soon.
Yeah.
I played against him in a game and he was chatting to me and he's like, oh, I'm getting my passport soon to represent Jamaica.
Wow.
And that's when I know that he was soon,
Yeah.
soon to represent Jamaica because I played against him in the bounce game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that moment when you took the field in the cup game, that moment where you can say, yeah, we're 3-0 up or 2-0 up at the time, and you're playing, that moment for you.
Wow, made my debut in Europe. It was unbelievable, like a wonderful feeling. And I mean, James McPake, I have to give him and Dundee big credit for that. Yeah, but we were up 3-0 against a team that's in a division lower than us. But to make my debut in Europe,
Yeah.
it was unbelievable. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. And I mean, you're back home now. How does it feel, in the league and everything like that, this season, on form and everything? What has been that key for you to have that good start that you've had?
I mean, for the last 2 years or so, 3 years, I've never really had a good preseason.
Oh.
So this year I've worked really hard in preseason with Coach Bojo, that's Jason Henry. And I mean, all of the other coaches at Harborview, they work really hard work with us in the preseason. I think that's what helped me to get off to a good start. Yeah.
Nice.
It's been quite. Do you feel like physically you're at your best or close to your best?
I'm close to my best. I'm not going to say I'm at my best. I'm close to my best. And there's still things that I need to work on. You never stop working. So can get to my best very soon, hopefully. Hopefully as soon as possible because I'm trying to score some goals in the league and try to help my team to win games or also win the title. But my main aim is try to be out here by January. So as a player that get the experience to play overseas, and you're back in Jamaica now, it's just way different and you want to move again. So that's my aim.
Yeah. I mean, until then, how you think your team has done so far in the season,
But 4 games,
Yeah.
we haven't lost a game. We concede one goal, go concede 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done good. We scored 8 goals, conceded I think 1 or 2 goals. I'm not sure. 10 points from 4 games. We have done really well. I mean, the team is working really hard. You can see the quality. There's quality in the team. Players like Colorado, Chayvon Reed, all of those players, So, I mean, we're working really hard and it's working out for us.
Have you shared, the experiences you had in Europe and Canada with your teammates as well, and what you did and what you could benefit from?
Yeah, I mean, guys always come up to me and ask, what was the experience like in Europe or what the experience was like in Canada, and it was good.
Yeah.
We have Amal Knight also, that was a guy that get contract and played overseas also. So he was learning from one of the best strikers that we know, so I sit and be like, you're coached by London Donovan, I'm like, that's very good,
That's big, yeah.
You have Ajani Talbot that went to Portugal, so there's guys there that with loads of experience. I mean, younger players come up to us and ask us what that's been like because they want to make that move also. And so for us to tell them what really happened, but it's not like we're gonna tell them like, oh, it's a better rose. No, it's tough. You have to work hard. When you go there, the work is twice as hard than what you're doing in Jamaica.
You got to catch up with Alex Marshall or any other Jamaicans in Canada in the CPL?
Yeah, when we were playing the CPL, when Alex traveled to my
Club?
team to play, where I was good for dinner and stuff like that. And remember, this guy was my teammate for 11 years, and that's the first we ever played against each other. We exchanged jerseys and stuff like that. When I go to Halifax, it's the same. Tevin Shaw was a guy also. When Tevin Shaw come up, we had time to go out, we eat and spend some time together. Same when I go in Ottawa.
Yeah.
So it was a good experience playing against guys that I know.
Yeah. And how does it feel when a person like yourself, Messi Marsh and Alex Marshall, all doing well, getting overseas contracts, busy now, getting an opportunity for his
Yeah.
country? Yeah.
I mean, I have to say, it's really good. I'm thankful for everything. I'm thankful for Mr. Speed because he has worked really hard with us. I mean, that guy has done so much for me, and we grew up through Cavalier system. And to see me, Siobhan, and Alex getting a move going overseas, it's really good because Siobhan has been there for 12 years.
Yeah.
I've been there for 11. Me and Alex the same. So
Right.
to see us get a move go overseas, it was really good. The
Yeah.
Speed has really done everything for us, and we have to give thanks and to say, have to bless that guy every day, Mr. Speed. Yeah.
I mean, when you look at that team, there's always that emphasis on youth players as well. You know, what's that secret why so young players can do so well against big men? You know what I mean? At Cavalier, it just shows that the young players have the talent, the ability to go out there and perform. You know.
I have to give that credit to Mr. Speed again and Mr. Maxwell. I think they really give you the confidence to play and want to play. They're like, have you look overseas? Most of the guys that are signing contract now is like 17, 18. So why can't you know?
Yeah.
So you go out there and be like, you're playing against some guys that you're probably seen playing Premier League all your life. I've played against guys that I was like, I'm scared of playing at the time playing Premier League at a younger age, and I'm like, well, if I get the opportunity to play the same league that these guys are playing, I can do what I can do. So I think that's what Mr. Speed really does well. 2015 we get relegated, and there was just bare older guys in the team.
Right.
26, they were going to play 2016 in the Super League. We get promoted, bare young guys, and from that he was just like, we just need youths. And that's when I get more opportunity to start play.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's really worked out for me. Getting more time to play, getting used to the league, getting more experience, and you can see it has really done good for me. And you can see it happening for guys like Busy and those players, younger players, even in the team that comes after Busy. So it's good.
What are your thoughts about Richard King and his growth from Cavalier to being a national team player now?
Yeah, very good player.
Yeah.
Well, very good player. He works really hard also. Since I came back from overseas, I was training Cavaliers for a while,
Yeah.
and I see the work that he puts in and the work that Mr. Speed wants him to put in. And I think he's a very good player. You can see it. I'm not surprised to see him playing national team and starting. Very
Wow.
good player. It's just now the time for him to make a move go overseas, but it will happen. He's a very good player, and it's just once you just keep working hard and have a good mindset, it will happen for sure.
Yeah. And you spoke about, the likes of Mr. Speed, Mr. Maxwell, big influence on you.
Yeah.
How about Coach Maron Gordon as well? Has he played a role for you as well?
Coach Maron Gordon, I have to give him my respect because he was the guy that, first of all, I wasn't even called up for the team.
For the Qatar games?
No, I mean for the team to go to Austria, I wasn't even called up in the team.
Oh.
And I have to give big credit to Amal Knight because I texted Amal Knight and be like, yo, bro, I just wanted to train. I wasn't even have plans of going to Austria. I just wanted to train, and he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And he texts the coach, he texts manager Mr. Roy Simpson, and they're like, Nicholas wanted to just train the team, and they're like, oh, sure. And that's when I go up there and I go train there from Coach Gordon and be like, yo, I'm gonna bring you in the squad because I was doing good in training. It's like I'm gonna bring it to the squad. So for me, that's a story that I have to always remember, not a story that I can tell. And it was just my persistence, and also Coach Bassarenas was like so surprised, and he was like, "Yo, you reached out to the team to come and train," and I'm like, "Yeah," because I was just at home not doing anything. Season finished, and I'm like, "Yo, I just want to keep fit." So I reached out to Amal, and Amal reached out to the coaches, and I made my debut for the national team. I'm really grateful for that. Yeah.
Wonderful experience. Did Coach Maron Gordon after the game come to you and say, well done, do this next time, da 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 da?
Yeah, he did. He and Coach Passer come up to me and they speak about some things that they want to do for. I know I can be back, getting the next call to the national team. I mean, I think I've done well, and most of the things that they tell me to do, I've been doing that this off season. You can see I've been scoring goals again. So I mean, I've been doing good.
Yeah. Just to take a comment that has just come into my Edward says, I agree, it's much better when you train together or have a good amount of players on a team who are aware of each other's playing style. Plays are smoother and there is more cohesion. Well said. Thank you very much, Tomoya. I really, really appreciate it. National defender for Jamaica's women's lacrosse team. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Nice.
Yeah, so the whole panel agrees there, so you see.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's very good when you have a player that have a team that sticks together. Because overseas you spend hours together as a team, hours. Like my first training session, the guys are like, "Oh, training's at 10, but you have to be there by 8." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
we have to be there
Yeah,
by 8. They
yeah.
have to be like, you have to come here for breakfast and all of that stuff. So
Wow.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And we didn't leave until like 3, 4.
Yeah.
So imagine you get up and you have to be there from 8 until 4. You have to get up every day and do that.
It's a
over
daily
and over.
thing, yeah, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
build cohesion like that,
Yeah.
and yeah, for real.
Mhm.
Because you have guys coming up to you, you can't even speak the language that they're speaking, but then they have a guy to translate for you, and I'm like, oh, that's what you're saying, and it's
Mhm.
trying to teach you, you know? Yeah, so it's good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and what would happen like when you're in Scotland or Canada and somebody turn up late? They would get a slap on the wrist or a fine if they turn up late and things like
I
that.
mean, yeah, when you turn up late, you get fined, and the fine is sometimes brutal.
Oh, for real?
So we have
wow.
to be, yeah, but, so, for instance, when I was in Scotland,
Mhm.
if you're late, you get fined, what, £50, and you get fined $5 every minute after.
Oh,
Oh my word!
wow.
Wow.
£5 every minute after, yeah.
Mhm.
When I was in Canada, it's $20.
Yeah.
And it's like $5 every minute after. So if it's trainings at 8,
Yeah.
you have to, if you don't be there by 8, you get you get fined $20 and
Mhm.
then $5 every minute after. It's crazy. Yeah.
Just trying to imagine what would happen if that was the same locally.
No,
you know?
I mean, I have to say for
Yeah.
myself
Yeah.
sometimes, I have to try, really try to be early, but sometimes I'm late, but
Yeah.
I know for sure if that happened in Jamaica, there wouldn't be no guys playing for any team.
Yeah. Sadly, we're not
Oh.
discipline, yeah?
Yeah, guys are gonna be like, oh, we're not getting paid, but I
General,
mean,
yeah.
it's a discipline that if you go
Mhm.
overseas, I mean, in Aberview,
Yeah.
you get fined for late. Same with Cavaliers, and I like that
Mhm.
because those are the teams that really want to get guys
Yeah.
Mm.
move to the next level. So I mean, if you're at those teams locally, and you're getting fined for that. That means when you go overseas, you're gonna just have to do the right thing.
Yeah, and they're setting you up for that as well,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you know that this is the standard, you know?
And I mean, you go overseas and be like, oh, you're using £50
You don't
per
wanna
week
lose no
late. You
money.
don't want to lose that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, if you're late, coach is just not gonna trust you. And coaches, I see guys come late in Scotland, and the coach be like, that's the guy who was our leading goal scorer, Danny Mullen.
Yeah.
He was scoring goals for us, and he was late one day, and the coach took him out of the starting lineup.
Wow.
And next guy come in, guy scored 2. Danny sit on the bench for like 8 games straight.
Whoa.
The coach is like, until I can trust you again, you play.
Yeah, I can realize I'm not serious. Yeah.
I mean, that's a professional. So.
Yeah.
Mhm. What about the nutrition? Did you see that what you ate changed when you went to Scotland as well? A lot of meat and veg and all of those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the club, there's most. I think one of our chefs was like vegan, so
Oh.
all of the food is different and stuff like that. But we have a next guy that we players that are not vegan could have get food from, so that's what I did. But it was really good food, like type your diet and all of those stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same in Canada as well, or a bit more
In
mixed?
Canada, it
Yeah.
was the same.
Mm.
But I was in Toronto, so I tried to get more Jamaican food. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that, when you went to Dundee, I'm assuming that was your first time in Scotland, so
Yeah.
that would be, so when you land and the weather and everything, how you manage the cold and everything, and some people don't react the same to it,
I landed on September.
Mm.
Yeah. And as soon as I get out the airport, I was like in a t-shirt. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
In September, when I landed,
I
that's
worse to Jamaican.
I landed on, that's one, Heathrow or Gatwick, I don't even remember. And I'm like, I landed in Gatwick and I have to get back.
And take the train up or another plane up to Scotland?
And I have to drive from Gatwick to Heathrow to get the next plane up to,
Yeah.
to Scotland. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, this is not working. I have to get my jacket and put it on. And I'm like, yo. But I was in quarantine for the first 2 weeks.
Mm.
Yeah, and I'm like, after quarantine, the first day that I trained, it was snowing and raining. And the first day,
It was raining?
and I'm like, and
Snowing.
snowing.
Whoa,
I'm
yeah,
like,
man. Freeze. Yeah.
What have I done wrong for this to be happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So it was
crazy, man.
freezing, but it was. I mean, I come to the training session. I've seen wonderful pitch, excellent pitch, excellent players. I see Charlie Adam and those guys in the training pitch. Everyone is coming to greet me like, "Hey, Nicholas, how are you doing?
Yeah.
We're glad to have you here," and stuff like that. And I'll be there in the randos, and I've been doing good. And I'm like, yo, I don't even remember that it was freezing.
Mm.
Honestly, I don't even remember it was freezing because I'm so still on the
Yeah,
board right now.
yeah.
Just that's what I'm focused on. Yeah.
Yeah. The night that you made your debut, was it freezing like that as well, or not so bad? That
No, it wasn't that bad, but
Yeah.
it was cold.
Yeah.
It was cold. The stadium is not like close, so it was windy.
Right.
Yeah, so it was cold
Mm.
though.
You experienced that before, Dexter?
Yeah. Probably not at school, you know. Yeah, but me learn about that. I actually went to the States once and they only carry a t-shirt and shorts. And we carry a cold front to do it. That was a lesson to be learned. Never again.
That's tough. But in terms of cold, I think the worst was the semi-final game in Canada though. We played Forge FC, a team in Hamilton.
Right.
That was in November. It was freezing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, freezing.
Yeah, and just a reminder, folks, the match is coming up. We'll wrap up our pre-game discussion in a few, but just a reminder that coming up at 2 o'clock, it's going to be Argentina against Poland and Saudi Arabia against Mexico. Big games. All teams in this group still have a chance of advancing, but 2 of these 4 will be eliminated. Could be one of those that you're seeing on your screen right now, and it could be one of the other as well. So, what a thing it would be, especially bearing in mind it could very much be that number 10's last appearance at a World Cup for his country. So we shall see how everything transpires. And today would be a landmark occasion for that number 10, Lionel Messi, as he overtakes Diego Maradona with the most appearances by an Argentine in a World Cup. So that's 22. So that's something that he a little feather in his cap that he will have. So we'll see if he'll be able to come to the fore today. But Dexter, you're saying he has to score today?
Yeah, man. The man have to score today, man. It's going to be a messy situation if him don't score. Have to score, man. I feel like he has to be impactful on that game today. He has to show why people call him the GOAT. You know, team are 11 players, but he's the biggest one in the team. You know, so I have to stand up in this situation. And this is the comparison between him and CR7. Everybody know that when the game is on the line, CR7 are going to find a way. So Messi have to stand up today. I have to show your mettle, sir. I have to show why you are called one of the GOATs. Yeah, and especially with such a he wouldn't know that this is the game where he passes Maradona. Today's the game, right? The appearance, right? He wouldn't know that. So you know he has a lot to prove in that game. But I said earlier that when we were talking that Di Maria forgot have a big game today as well, and Messi, both of them have forgot have a big game today. So you know.
Yeah, let's see. Kumi, when you have a game and it's must win or a game that you just can't afford to lose, what is your mindset like? Are you a person that is just quiet? You listen to your music? Are you active? What's your mindset like ahead of a big game?
For me, I always tell myself I'm a big game player. So it all started from the night before though. I try to just chill, get a good sleep. Come in on the game day, I'm always a quiet person though, so I'm just like chilling, listening to music and stuff like that because I know I'm just trying to stay focused. But I'm also the type of guy that just can't be too focused on a game. I have to just go out there, catch a good vibe, always be smiling so I can enjoy the game. I can't play a game serious. But in big games, I mean, you have to step up as a player that everyone looks up to. You have to step up for your team and do your best and try to help your team win the game.
Yeah, true. So that's as earlier Simon, vibes.
Vibes
Important. We don't know so that was the Reggae Boys system.
It's important,
previously. Vibes.
It's important.
Who's the vibes man in your team, Kumi?
Nabaville?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Trayvon.
Trayvon Reed.
And Anglin.
Oh, Josh on,
I mean, as Anglin just smiled, the whole team smile. As soon as he speaks, everyone is laughing. But Trayvon is this guy that is just always playing his music and always be loud. So he's just always have a vibe. But it's cool.
They play the music in the dressing room as well? Or a different person? Oh.
Yeah, in the dressing room also. But even if I'm traveling on the team bus, this guy is just always very nice, having a vibe. It's good.
Good vibes indeed. Just a reminder, folks, in case you're just joining the early matches that took place today. France, the defending champions, they fell 1-0 to Tunisia. That's right. And in the other game of the day, Australia defeated Denmark by a 1-0, and they're through to the last 16. So France and Australia, they're waiting on these next 2 games to see who will advance with them, and they will be able to know who they'll face come the weekend and early into next week as well as it relates to those matches. So we'll wait to see. And we're just minutes away before the team walk out and kick off. So just before we wrap up our coverage and remind you as well to join us again at 4 o'clock for our post-game show where you will see Kumi and you will, of course, see Dexter with us. Dexter, let me start with you for your thoughts heading into these 2 games, going with the Argentines and the Mexicans.
Listen, as I said earlier, we don't want to say Argentina go home still, to be honest. But I'm not going to do that. I'd love to see Messi continue in the competition. It's nothing about sports. You want to see the best players going on, right? But I can't want that all I want. It's up to them to go out there and do what they need to do. And I think that Saudi Arabia is going to beat Mexico. I can't say what the goals are going to be, how many goals are going to be scored. But as I say, I think the Saudis are much more disciplined. They have a lot more in it, to me, because everybody counted them out at the beginning of the competition. Everybody was like, oh, Saudi Arabia will get 3 points off of them, right? And I think the coach is going to be very serious about talking to them before that game starts. So it should be a very, very interesting set of games. I look forward to this. I can't wait for these matches done, because the post-game commentary is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Argentinian fans, we know so we're not at a race right now, you know. We're not at a beat out on the chest, because we never imagine so in this situation. But it is what it is right now. We try to send them some prayers and some calls to the goat, yeah? All right.
Or else curry goat.
Yeah, man, curry goat and money shorter later. One of them.
Call me your girlfriend waiting on you to say something to her. They're just pulling your leg, man. Your thoughts about the 2 games we have coming up as well. Looking forward to them.
Well, it's a big game for each nation, you know. So, as Dexter said, I never want to see Mexico go through either. So, I don't want the Saudis to win.
You want them to win? Okay.
But I mean, I want the Oscars to show that he deserves the Ballon d'Or that they give Lionel Messi.
So that might be a revenge match,
I want the Saudis to win, and I will just give Argentina most a point and then be out of the World Cup. But I know people is going to be like, why I'm going to be so hard on Argentina. But I mean, people say Messi is the goal. But I mean, if he's going to step up in a big game like this and show he's the goal, then fine.
Yeah, sure.
But he has never really done that for Argentina, so I can't be saying he's the goal. So until...
Yep, and as I said, just before we wrap up, just a reminder of the point standings. Poland, they're on top of Group C right now. They have 4 points. Argentina, as it stands, second in the table with 3. Saudi Arabia, third, also with 3 points. Mexico with 1. Mexico, if they are to advance towards the next stage of the competition, they're going to need one of Argentina or Poland to beat one another. A Mexico win and a Poland and Argentina draw eliminates them. Saudi Arabia, a win is more than enough for them to advance to the next round. An Argentina win, they advance, and of course a Poland win helps them to advance as well. A Poland win and a Mexico win, that's Poland and Mexico going through. A Poland win and a Saudi Arabia win, and Poland and Saudi Arabia goes through, and would set up some compelling games coming up where it would be the likes of Australia and Poland, France, Saudi Arabia. So we'll see how everything maps up. Or it even could be Australia, Saudi Arabia. We'll see. Quite a lot to get through and to discuss when we come back at 4 o'clock. So remember the post-game show at 4 o'clock. Kumi and Dexter will be with us. Until then, enjoy the games. And when we're back, 2 more teams will be going home from the major showpiece. Bye-bye for now.
Yes,